Good.
You should
Thank
buy
you.
it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
just you can use my discount as well for them.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh,
Go for it,
Yes.
Orville.
discount.
All right. All
Woohoo.
right.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Excellent. We are in business now.
Exactly. Why not?
Big business. There you go.
Yeah.
Actually, the publisher taking our effort and they gain a lot of money and for nothing for us. So why not?
Mm.
Why not? Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So the reward is spreading your ideas, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And nowadays, as a researcher, you are working, spending time, effort, and all of this, and send it even for a journal and paying them a money to publish it.
Oh, really? Okay. I guess
So
that's the model
Very
now,
good.
right? It's that you
yeah,
pay for your publishing.
yeah. Actually, I remember the first book by Wiley. They gave me, just only 10 free copies, and I had to buy around 20 more copies.
Wow.
Just to give them, for the libraries here, the gifts for some of the colleagues.
Mhm.
So I paid for
All
my
right.
book.
Oh, wow.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah,
Whatever is coming in that direction is welcome.
it's a business, yes.
Yeah. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hello there, guys. How are you?
Pretty good.
Hello.
Pretty good. Thank you.
Okay. We have Dr. Abel. He's right over here in the middle.
Yep, I see him.
Glad to see
All
you,
right.
Dan.
It's good.
Right.
Yes.
Maurice
Good.
is Maurice Hendricks. You can see here he retired recently, right, Maurice?
Yes. Yes, that's what I did. After
Okay.
after working for 53 years, I decided it was time to hang it up.
Woo,
Wow.
53.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Come on, Maurice. It's only 53.
Oh, okay.
It's only-
How many companies have you worked for, Morris?
I hired
Morris.
into General Motors in June of 72.
Wow.
Wow, Maurice.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
1972. I was in high school. Ooh.
Oh, in high school. But
I've
not
been
in
teaching
Father,
for 42 years.
not in Father Germo,
Wow.
right?
My father, I taught for 10 years.
For 10 years? Okay.
I taught there for 10 years. Yeah, so I went back to my nuns, and instead of them being my teachers, they were my peers, my colleagues.
Okay.
I call them my pinguinas. Yeah, they're my
Wow.
pinguinas.
I still
My
remember
nuns.
that school, the Father Germo, because I used to have a girlfriend. It was in Father Germo. She was
Ooh.
beautiful. Yeah.
All of the Father Yermo girls are beautiful. ¿Qué te pasa? We're getting together, the ones for Father Yermo. We're going to have our 50th year of graduation in July the 25th.
Ah,
We're having a party. Oh, yes.
look at
Everybody's
that.
invited.
Let's go.
Yes. Yes. We're going to have a party. We're going to go dancing. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All right.
Yes.
That's the way to go these days. Well, we're gonna be in a party this coming Thursday. Hector is gonna give a conference to Tecnológico
Right?
this coming
That's
Thursday. Okay,
true.
a lot of people is gonna be there. Okay,
The
and all
19th?
the dean and all the major guys in the school are gonna be there in his presentation. Okay.
Ooh la la. Hoo-hoo. Nice.
No.
What's the
Now
topic? What's the
Hector is
topic?
the
It's gonna
topic.
be
Hec-
one of the components of TPS, Toyota Production System. Is gonna be. I'm gonna talk about Kaizen.
Ooh, Kaizen. I like it.
Yep.
Yes.
And so you can imagine, Hector is gonna be part of the jet set at school this week.
It's
All
good.
right,
It's
Hector.
good.
Coming
Yes,
back.
yes,
Coming
it's-
back to.
It's very good, Everybody's invited this coming Thursday,
Thursday at
Six-
5 p.m. there.
5 p.m. there. Okay.
And when-
Thursday, 5 p.m.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I invite all my mates from school.
Did
Oh,
you?
you're
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
went-
there?
Yeah, I don't know if
Oh.
they're gonna be there, but I invite them. So just in
That's good.
case.
You
Yeah.
really did it?
Yep.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
El
Why not,
queso,
right?
el guachabolas, yes. It's good.
All right, Hector. So
Right.
really, everybody's invited. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working, but good.
Hi, Eduardo.
Eduardo Vega, look at that.
Yeah.
Eduardo
Look at
Vega.
that. Eduardo
Ooh,
Vega
he's
is here. Excellent.
Very
good.
nice.
Hi, Eduardo. Hello.
Hi, Eduardo.
This is our boss.
Woohoo.
This is the top guy in ASQ. He's Lincoln. This is the
Ooh.
one is giving us the direction.
He's our guide. Nice.
Right.
That's our original director.
So you
Yeah,
have a
very good.
presentation?
So,
Yes, right?
And,
Do you
and
get-
I don't know, you got a new title too, Eduardo?
New
Oh,
title?
yeah, vice, what? BCC, no, sorry. GCC Vice Chair.
oh yeah.
The vice chair of
General Communities, what?
okay.
Council.
But it's national, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Vice Chair.
Why don't you plan to come to El Paso to celebrate?
Vice chair.
I need to go. Hey, you need to find me a job over there. Looking for a job. So if you can find me something there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not
What is
an
the
issue
situation
here.
in El Paso? It's a lot of how is the economy? It's good. Houston is it's on the two sides, healthcare is booming. Oil and gas is kind of I don't know, it's difficult. They say,
I got a raise. I
Let's
got a
say that-
raise. So
oh,
That's good. That's good.
teachers,
Congratulations.
we got a raise
Yeah.
of $5,000 raise.
That's good. That's good.
So it's good. I'm happy. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. And Eduardo, housing in El Paso is improving. It's not excellent, but it's improving, okay, between Juarez and El Paso. But last year was not totally well.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, but
Yeah,
this
you having
year
a-
is
you having a presentation later or not? Or just
No.
you remember?
No, we're gonna start the presentation right now, Eduardo.
In just a
we're
couple
gonna
Three
start the
minutes.
presentation, Eduardo. We
And
have
a
a deluxe presenter from Qatar,
Oh,
Dr. Abdel-Salam. Okay, he's right here with us already.
yes.
Yeah, I met him in Houston.
for the
Oh,
All technical conference.
Abdel,
Yes,
let me share a little second, something good to the group, okay?
sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What?
Let me see.
Okay, I stopped the sharing. Yes.
You stop the sharing?
It's-
Okay.
Yes, it's yours now.
Okay,
Deal.
tell us.
Can you see my screen?
Not
No.
yet.
No.
No?
No.
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 No, no.
Share it.
We see you on. Yes.
Okay,
now,
okay.
now you can
Give me a
open.
s-
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Oh, I
right.
can see myself twice. I mean.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
No?
We can see you.
No,
We can see you.
I see myself twice.
Well, is that your screen,
I-
Orfeo?
Hmm?
you
Open a
share your
file,
screen.
open whatever the file, and then it will appear for
Okay,
you
let me.
automatically.
And now you can see it?
No.
No,
We're still the same.
No kidding.
Yeah.
no kidding.
What happened?
Mm.
Go
I'm gonna try
share.
to share. I'm gonna try to share again, okay?
Yeah. Share the file you want to show us.
And now?
No. It's still not open. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Now? Okay.
Yes. Monthly
Bingo.
general membership meeting.
Bingo. Okay, hold on.
You-
It's something. It's a nice picture that I wanted to show you before we start
Okay.
the presentation. Yeah.
Okay.
And here's a Paso. Yeah, this one.
Okay. The PDF? No.
No, take a look at this this picture. It's
Ooh la
great.
la.
Okay.
A ver.
Wow, eh?
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Who's there? Eh?
That's you.
Dr.
Yes.
Abdel-Salam, okay, it's right here. He was presenting that day in Houston.
Okay.
And right
Oh.
next to him is James Lucas.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
So-
nice picture.
of course.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh,
Dr.
the
Abdel
student.
Yes.
was presenting very elegant.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Ooh.
Getting older.
Capuche.
Well, okay. You know what? It's time to
Yes.
give the introduction. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna let the picture right there. In the
Mhm.
meantime, that I read the bio. Okay.
Yes.
Very good then. Well, what can I say? I met Dr. Abdel-Salam in the 67th Annual Fall Technical Conference in Houston last year in October 2025. And he gave us a presentation in quality control. Name, monitoring parametric, non-parametric, and semi-parametric linear regression models using a multivariate Qs and Bayesian control chart. How about that? It was a great presentation. You can see in the screen right here, it says Qs right there. So he did an excellent job. And talking about his background, Dr. Abdel is an associate professor of applied statistics at Qatar University, where he also previously served as a head of the student data management section in the vice president for students affairs office. He holds a PhD, master's in statistics from Virginia Tech. And he also holds another master's in operation research from Cairo University. His MBA with distinction from Qatar University. So brilliant, right? Dale is a brilliant guy, no question about it. And the next, I want to say, he has published extensively internationally journals, author of books. Okay, the books that that we discussed a minute ago. The name is Testing Statistical Assumptions in Research in 2019. The other one is Explanatory and Robust Data Analysis, a modern applied statistical guide with SPSS and R. Okay, how about that? You know, it's something great. Dr. Abdel is passionate about advancing statistical science through research, teaching, consulting, and capacity building, bridging theory with impactful applications in health, industry, economics, and education. No kidding. And today, Dr. Abdel is in his presentation will talk about the non-parametric, semi-parametric approaches proposed to model profile data in a linear mix effect setting by using the residuals from parametric model. High level, right? No question about it. These high level statistics from Dr. Abdel. So I'm gonna let you present now. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and it's your turn.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Hugo, for this, and thanks so much for all of you. It's a great honor and pleasure to be with such a great professor, great, men's and women's today, inshallah. So I'm going to.
All right.
Yes. Go ahead.
How can I stop sharing? Let me see.
Here you can see my presentation now.
I can see it, yeah. Yes.
Okay. So today I'm going to talk about some non-parametric and semi-parametric control chart based on the residuals. And first of all, for sure, it's a great pleasure to be with you, with your time, end of day at 6:30 p.m. with your time, local time now. So I really appreciate it. And it's a great opportunity for sure to start the collaborations with you and to continue this collaboration in the future, either by, working in industrial project and whatever, you have a data, you have, you are working in research topics, and there is a room for collaborations. It will be my pleasure to collaborate. This is number one. Number two, it will be a great if you are traveling at some time, especially you are enjoying your time. So if you stopped by Qatar, you are very welcome to meet me here as well. Okay. And before moving forward, this is my email here and my email at Qatar and my email as well at Virginia Tech. And this is my cell phone here as well with my WhatsApp. So at any time, it's a pleasure to communicate with you guys.
Doctor, is this, if we send you something, this is your address that we can send you something?
Yes. This is my address. This is my address here. And this is my clear address here, Department of Mathematics and Statistics, College of Art and Science, Qatar University, Doha, Qatar.
Okay, so if we send you some appreciation token, it's gonna be in that address. Okay.
Yes, this is the address. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and even after the talk, I can send you for sure my home address as well here. Okay, so this is here.
Excellent.
Yeah, for my talk, as I mentioned, it's mainly going over view for some different applications, some different techniques, but at the same time, feel free to ask any question you want, because like Hector's mentioned, I have been more than 27 years as a consultant from different fields, industry, healthcare, education. So whatever you have any questions in your mind, feel free to ask at any time. Okay. So for this talk, I'm going to give overview and about the topic and the quality control, specifically about profile monitoring and what do we mean by profile monitoring, what the work have been done in this area so far, and then I'm going to introduce our new techniques, which is non-parametric for the residual and semi-parametrics for as well. And then I'm going to give you two different real applications for these techniques, and a comparative simulation also as well have been done to compare our technique to the classical techniques. And then we're going to conclude about, the future direction and the future work in this. But as I mentioned, please feel free, whatever came to your mind, any question, any, problem, just feel free to ask. It's just, again, it's a pleasure to talk with you about this. So nowadays, as you know, there are a lot of challenging. We have a tons of data sets. And if I ask you simply as this, how many pictures you are catching by your phone per day? Right? Tons. How many message you are getting? Okay. How many record in your data in your phone, Apple or Samsung, collecting per day from us, either by Apple Watch, by Fitbit, whatever. So there is a big challenge, and we need to monitor this because each one of us, it has some characteristics different from each other. But for sure, there are some common base, which is, you can think about it as average. This is common between all of us, but there are some deviation. It could be on the positive side or it could be negative side for each one of us. So there is a huge data sets nowadays. There is a tons of applications. As a statistician, what should we do? We should always be creative. We should have imagination to, and at the same time, to be cautious with dealing with this kind of problems. Because as a statistician, our decision, it's affecting a lot. People thinking about just only, B value greater than 0.05 or less than 0.05, reject or fail to reject. But what is the importance of this decision? What is the consequences after saying reject or fail to reject? It has a lot of effect. So we have to be cautious about this. It's not only one word. It's not only just, a statement. No, there is nowadays the power of the country, it mainly based on what? The amount of knowledge this power have it. It's the data-driven techniques. If you have a data and your decision based on this data, you own the power. You own the knowledge. So this is really, it's very, very important. We have to be careful about this. So this is kind of motivated us. Why do we need techniques for quality? Number one, to improve the production process, even to improve our ability, to improve our physical activities. It's important to ensure a uniform product quality, to reduce the cost money-wise. Like, mentioned right now, COVID everywhere, and, our health is a very important. So we need to proactive instead of just only being reactive. So it's very, very important. This is the reason, we need this kind of a new techniques and new tools. So all of us know we have a predictor variable, we have a response variable, our income based on, say, for example, our education, our working hour, our health for tomorrow, depending on what we are doing today, right? And what we did in the past. So this is a kind of, simply as this, it's a function relationship. If we have a good input, we will end it by a good output. Otherwise, if you have a garbage in, it will be garbage out. So this is the functional data depending on our, again, information about this. This is drive us to do profile monitoring because we already knowing the control chart. We know the classical technique for a quality control, Steward chart, the mean, the variance, and all of these are classical techniques. But all of these classical techniques based on what? Based on one point only, which is the average or variance. Obviously, average or variance, ignoring all of the details, right? Because it is assuming all of us on this surrounding this point only. But as I mentioned, there are differences among us. So we need to create a profile for each one of us, for each industry, for each students, even in our classes. And how we can monitor this. This is a profile monitoring. Profile monitoring, there are two phases we're going to talk about it, phase 1 and phase 2. And I'm going to, in a second, explaining what do we mean by phase 1 and phase 2. This is simply as this. All of you, I'm sure, know this is the control chart. You have control limit, upper control limit or lower control limit. And here we're trying to dance in between these two lines. Once we are within these lines, we are perfect. We are doing a great, right? But the problem appear if we reach or crossing this control limit, crossing our borders, then hey, there is a problem in this case. We have to stop. Because this is our, this telling us there is a problem here. There is a flag here. There is a trigger here. So we thought about this problem and how can we do as a profile. Instead of only 1 point, we need to have a profile. So the profile simply as this, it's a relationship between your response and your explanatory variable. It could be one or it could be more. And consequently, profile monitoring, as defined by Bill Woodall, it's a technique for statistical control to monitor the products. But this product, it could be a human being, it could be, any company, it could be any business, right? So profile monitoring, simply as this, it's kind of Catholic marriage between regression analysis and quality control techniques. So mainly we're trying to separate the special cause from the common cause variability. So here is example simply as this. At each time data point, we have a profile, we have a relationship, we have a function like this, we have a curve like this, right? Our fitness, our health today, our health yesterday, our health the day before. The the medical history for Hector's, for Higo, for each one of us has a profile. So we thought about how can we summarize the whole function like this into a statistical technique, which is the hoteling T-square statistics, a great technique to summarize all of this multivariate data into one point. And from a quality control perspective, we came up with the idea of a control chart. Then we can monitor each profile at this point as a one point on this control chart. But we capture right now all of the details, not only the average. Clear? Okay, perfect. So there are two phases in this process. And in the literature, you will find it something it's called phase one analysis, which is mainly to estimate this control limits. How can we get this control limits? How can we clean our data? Because again, as I mentioned, garbage in, garbage out. So we need to clean the data to have in control process. So based on this control process, we will move to phase two analysis, which is the online monitoring. All of us know the blood pressure, right? The blood pressure boundaries, which is what, 120 up to 80. So once we are in between these two boundaries, we are perfect. They estimated these boundaries from phase one analysis. And then they apply it for each one of us simply as this. This is phase two analysis, which is online monitoring. And if there is any issue for us, they telling us, flag, there is a problem. We have to stop. You have to take this medication. You have to take care of your health at this point. This is phase two analysis. So all of the work have been done before. It was a parametric. Parametric meaning what? Parametric meaning there is a specific form of the model. Either simple linear regression, multiple linear regression, linear, nonlinear, mixed models. We have a specific form. This is all of the work have been done parametric. But what if I don't know the model? I have no idea about the model. They started talking about non-parametric, which is data-driven model. Give me the data, I can give you the whole story behind it. I am going to let the data derive my model. This is the non-parametric technique. But keep in your mind, this is right now, so far, all of this non-parametric, it's a grade. But the issue is, it might be there is a lot of details in your data. So your model, it will be overfitting, which is, again, it's an error. It's a problem. Because right now, you are digging in details, which is most likely due to random errors. It's not necessary. So what should we do in this case? We thought about having, in this case, okay, thinking about, no, I'd like to have kind of a mixture between what we know, the parametric, and what we don't know, which is the non-parametric, and balance it in between. So this is the reason we thought about the semi-parametric technique. But all of this technique thinking about what? thinking about our data sets only. But there are some errors, right, behind the data. Some other factor affecting our process, but we didn't know anything about it. How can I, look about this residuals, the errors? In another way, all of us see a picture from one side. What about the other side? The other side, which is the residual. So we thought about, during this time, I thought about, can I model these residuals? And in this case, I captured, both sides. One side which I look to the picture, and the other side which is hidden for us. So, and I started thinking about this idea from 2013, the first publication, and up to the last paper published, based on the residual, 2023. And even though we had another one recently published as well, 2025, about these residuals, this technique. So in this talk mainly, we can think about, do we really need a new techniques? Do we really, with this kind of a complication, and especially also nowadays with AI everywhere, do we really to implement this new techniques as well or not? So based on this, I started thinking about, all of us assuming what? Assuming correct model. We assuming we know everything about the model, right? But do we really know everything? Unfortunately, most of the time, might be we are wrong. The model is wrong, right? Even in a politics, we are assuming this decision will be taken, but unfortunately, it's completely different. It came up with something, a statement just flipped everything. So what should we do? Especially if the model is misspecified, it is wrong. So this is the reason I start thinking about, again, modeling if the model, especially if the model is wrong. If we are, as a user, are not sure about this model, what should we do in this case? So based on this is simply the idea about the technique. Step one, which is everybody know it, model your data parametrically. Simple, multiple, mixed model, linear, non-linear, whatever. And the second step, estimate your residuals. What is the residual which is left over, the other side of the picture, right? And taking this residuals right now, this error, what is left over right now, and I am estimating this using a non-parametric, which is data-driven. I have no idea about the model. Right now, the third step, I am combining a weighted ratio from step one and step two. So right now, I'm counting whatever I see with whatever I did not see. So this is the overview for my idea. So based on this, here is the model, the parametric model. You can estimate it, assume the form, whatever you like about this model. This is the parametric one. And based on this parametric, you have a population average, which we are all common about it. This is the average. And then this is the deviation for each one of us. This is the random effect, which is represented the differences from among us. And this is the classical hoteling T-square statistics, which is identifying the differences. But again, all of this technique, assuming what? Assuming a correct model. Assuming you know the model, right? But what if I don't know the model? So from here, I'm estimating the residuals, which is all of other factor affecting the production process. Say, for example, we are thinking about eating well, sleeping well, right? All of this affecting our health. But there is other factors affecting our health. Psychological factor, outside factors, right? The environment, our surrounding, all of this affecting our health. All of this, including on the residuals in the error term, right? So I modeled here the data, the residuals based on a non-parametric model, which does not assume any shape of the model. It's data driven, but based on the residuals, based on the knowledge which we have no idea about it. So from this right now, this is the non-parametric based on the residual. I did hoteling T-square statistic as well to make sure what is the performance here. But right now, again, the problem with the non-parametric, it is overfitting. Like the problem with the parametric, it is biased because we assuming we know the model. So we came up with a new technique, which is called semi-parametric model. Semi-parametric model, which meaning combining the parametric model, which we already know, with the non-parametric, which is a data-driven approach, to came up with a new estimation. From this model here, this is the new semi-parametric estimation. Parametric part plus non-parametric for what? For the residuals. People always thinking about parametric for the original data gain. But no, right now, if I'm caring about the original data again, which meaning I'm getting the same information from the same data, but I need the other side of the data. So I'm estimating based on the residuals. So this is the residual, which is the differences between the real with the non-parametric, the leftover. So based on this residual right now, this is our new technique, which is the semi-parametric approach. So this is the idea, simply the idea. And right now I need to compare the performance between the semi-parametric with a non-parametric with a parametric to see which one is better. Because it might be I'm wrong. It might be my model is not good. So let's see. So here, if you looked at for this model right now, it seems a complicated model, right? The users know this part and they know this part. But you see this very complicated part here, the sign function. This is completely unknown for the users, completely unknown for the production, which is obviously it's creating troubles in your data, in your production process, in your healthcare system, right? Imagine, a new policy came out and we have no idea about it. A new law came out and we have no idea. The school, the director of the school, it changes the rules suddenly. And you and me as a teacher, we have no idea about it. So this is the misspecified part. So as a user, we have no idea about it. So what should we do? Based on this model, we did a heavy simulation. We did around 240 different combination of the model, and we run the simulation around 1 million for each model. So overall, we run the model 240 million times to compare all of these different scenarios. So based on this, we came up with this control limits. Also, this is the upper control limit. And based on this, this is the data here. You see the black line? This black line, this is the population average, which is you and me know about it. But you see the other colors? This is the message specified. This is the reality, which we have no idea about it. So I need to have a model able to capture all of this colored line, not only the black one. Because most of the studies before focus on this black only. That's it. So from this here, this is a part of the simulation results. And I'm going to for sure showing you some of the results only, not all of the 240 million record. So this is just only a part of it. So as you see, our model here, the MMR model, all of these bold numbers showing our, outperformance, superiority for our technique comparing to the classical techniques. You see, we are competing the other models for most of the scenarios, different sample size, different number of population, even level of uncertainty, model misspecification. So our model, our estimation here, perfect, whatever, even we don't know anything about the model. So you see here, this is the superiority for our model. Imagine the other scenario also. Here, this is also another scenario in terms of a quality control. So here it's showing you in terms of the mean square of error, the residuals. This is in terms of a quality control. Again, our model here, all of this showing the superiority for the semi-parametric model. So based on this, right now, our model is showing a great superiority in terms of identifying the production, your production process, it's in control or out of control. It is, again, quickly detecting there is a problem in the production process. Stop. So you don't need to waste your money. So the system alarming quickly. But again, we wanted to compromise between false alarm and real alarm as well. So this is the beauty of the semi-parametric. It is compromising between reducing the false alarm and at the same time giving the true alarm. Because again, it is capture the misspecification part. Okay, sometimes we have correlated data. Our production today based on our production yesterday. The stock market today based on the stock market yesterday, right? The temperature today based on the temperature yesterday as well. So we assumed it also a correlated data. So you see here, the superiority for our model also, even though with the correlation. Correlation here, it is 0.2. you can say it's a small correlation. But what if you have a strong correlation? So we did the strong correlation as well, and showing also the superiority as well. So this is the simulation. Some of you will say, okay, it's good, but it might be in a simulation. What if you have a real situation? I need to apply this to General Electric. I need to apply to this to, a pharmaceutical field. So, or even, for forest. So different applications. So what should I do? This is the real application from industrial field, from the engine, the automobile. This is the torque, the speed for the engine, and the reaction for each speed. And this is the data. It is published 2010, and I took the real data. It's real data from electric, from a motor engineering company, and I wanted to monitor this data. This data here, as you see, it's complicated. It's not easy to find a clear model to capture all of this. So this is the 26 engines, different 26 engines. We compared them at different speeds level. So based on this, see the results here. It's surprising. This is the raw data. This is the parametric model. It's a mixed model. You see how far from the reality? This is the reality. And your estimation, it's showing only like this. Which is obviously, it's far away from the reality, right? Our non-parametric model, it's captured like this. It's a great, it looks wonderful, but it captures a lot of the details, which we are saying overfitting. So I estimated the residuals, which is the part I have no idea about it. So you see, there is a lot of details in this residuals. So I combined the estimate from this residual with the non-parametric. So we came up with this is the semi-parametric estimate. You see the semi-parametric, which is a grade comparing to the real data. Based on the fitted and based on the residuals as well. So you see right now how our model, our techniques here in terms of estimation competing the classical approach. So what about quality control? The quality control in terms of the mean square of error, this is here, the parametric one, it's showing mean square of error 4.58. Some of you will say, okay, for 4 point something mean square of error, it's fine. But our model can improve this? Yes. You see, the estimation from our model, it came down to what? 0.45. This is the mean square of error, the deviation from the reality. So we reduced the errors, the deviation, more than 10 times. And the semi-parametric, even though the mean square of error, it became what? 0.0002. It's nothing. We are almost getting the same reality. You see here? This is the semi-parametric model, our new technique. You getting this is mean square of error. So 0.0002 comparing to 4.58. We reduced the error more than what? 10,000 times. Okay. This is from the first application. What if we have another real application? The real application, the other one, it came about, again, the particle board data sets. Particle board, they cutting the board in squares by lasers machine, and they having this kind of data here. This measures here the density of the board with the space of the cutting. You see, again, it's not easy to fit this by the real model, by parametric model. So we applied our technique to this data, real data as well. This is the real data. And then the classical approach, you see, this is the estimation from a classical approach. From the our non-parametric approach, you're getting this one, which is close to the reality. But again, it captures a lot of details. It's overfitting. So the semi-parametric model, our new model, this is the fitted. You see how it perfect? It's ignoring the random effects. It's captured only the main characteristics. And it's showing the variation among each profile. Clear? In terms of the control chart, our technique really identifies the problem in the data. There are three profiles mainly. There is a problem in them. And from the real data, we know there is a problem here. So our technique identified these problems. So this is based on the real application. So what's next? So we can see right now the superiority in terms of simulation, in terms of real data. So what's next? Next, simply as this, non-parametric, keep in your mind, the take home here, the non-parametric approach on the residuals data, for sure, it is reducing the simulated integrated mean square of error. And also, it is a grade in terms of a quality control. It is reducing the false alarm. And it's giving you, again, the correct alarm, the true alarm. Because what? Because it is already avoiding the overfitting. So overall performance, the model right now, the non-parametric and semi-parametric, it is much way better than the classical approach. Because again, we didn't know the model. So in terms of effect of misspecification, your model is true or not, you see here, our semi-parametric, it's a perfect. It's giving you a clear result, even though with small information about your production process. So in terms of the sample size, you can see for sure, all of us agree, a large sample size is giving you a great results. But even though with a small, the moderate sample size, our model is doing a great job comparing to the classical model. Okay. In terms of if there is a shift in your process, the power changed, you have a new labor, you have a new material. Our new techniques, it's identifying any problems as soon as possible to avoid wasting of any of these resources. So this is here the strength for our technique comparing to the classical technique. The classical technique on the left side, and the results, the strength for our technique on the right side here. This just to give overview and summarizing the main strength for our new techniques. And for sure, honestly speaking, again, like George Box mentioned, all of the model wrong, but some of them are useful. All of the model are wrong, but some of them are useful. So at least here I am showing our model is useful in these aspects. If we agree about this quote from Giorgio E. Box, yes, okay, all models are wrong, but some of them useful. Useful in what? In these aspects here. So our model are very useful comparing to the classical in this aspects point. So this work by myself, by my students, my PhD students, my master students, published. This is the papers, a semi-parametric profile monitoring via residuals. It's published in a Quality Reliability Engineering International Journal, which is mainly by Douglas Montgomery. This one, it's published back in 2020. And here, another publication with another one of my students here, my master students, published into 2021. And another publication using multivariate EWMA for phase 2. It's published into 2021 with my master students. And another one is a QSUM EWMA using residual with my PhD students from Virginia Commonwealth University from USA. It's published 2022. And also, this is another recent publication, 2024, published in Environmental Research and Public Health about the COVID, applying multivariate EWMA and multivariate QSUM. We applied this to the COVID data since we talked about the COVID, right? So we published this 2024, me and some my co-author from Virginia Commonwealth University and for VCU in Qatar as well. This my collaborators. Also, I published this one here, Journal of Statistical and Computation and Simulation, was one of my also formal PhD students. It's published also about a new technique, permutation techniques based on the classical ANOVA approach. So this is also another publication. And this is the references for my research and my talk. Here, this is the list of references. And before leaving forward, this is here my recent published book, the one published in 2019, Testing Statistical Assumption in Research. And my recent one, Exploratory and Robust Data Analysis, which is published by Taylor Francis, just appeared in October 2025. 1 week before meeting, Hector. And recently, this is the 2 Arabic books. This is the book. This is the first one. And this is the second one. And this is my recent 2 Arabic books. This is Arabic ones. So thanks so much. And I really appreciate your time. You're paying attention. And here is my information, my email, my cell phone, my office numbers, and my Google Scholars here as well. So if you have any question, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, well, that's pretty impressive. I guess in some ways it sort of makes sense that if you apply more, well, I guess if we just think about control charting back 100 years ago, right? When it first came out, and you have the lack of computational power, you know, obviously it's going to be pretty crude approximations, and you know, pretty much we've stuck with that, right? I mean, if you actually go into a manufacturing plant, like when I was working at Delphi, which was spun off from General Motors, I mean, you know, there was still a lot of them actually doing paper calculations. And what you're demonstrating here is, oh, well, you know, we have the power of the computer. And if we apply these you know, these tools, which I think you need to have a little bit of knowledge, right? I don't think you know, we don't have to need, I don't think the practitioner needs your depth of knowledge, but we could set it up so that we could get much better charting, right? Get much more, I should say, less sensitive to false indicators, right? Whether it's false positive or false
that's
negative.
true. That's true.
Okay. So how do you see deploying this? I mean, what, you know, like it's one thing for you to write a paper, right? But it's another thing to get it into a plant, you know, get it into the hands of the folks, the quality technicians and the quality engineers and the quality managers, so that with that set of data, they get better guidance. What did you, you know, how are you seeing it get out there? Because I see you put SPSS and R, so I don't know how you're getting it out there. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much for the great point. Actually, you know, we published one paper. It's called Guidelines for Practitioners in Applying the EWMA and the QSUM from a Bayesian perspective. Which meaning, if you have some information, you as a practitioners have the data and have some information about your production process. So if you apply the classical way, for sure, you're relying on your experience only, right? But sometimes the data speaks. The data, the production process, it have different opinion from our thoughts, right? So we propose the technique that will listen to the data, which is data-driven, the non-parametric one.
Sure.
Right now, we have your experience, and we have the data language. We combined this together. So right now, the final product is relying on your experience, which is a great, and we cannot ignore it, and the data language, which speaks about the reality as well. And we came up with the semi-parametric approach, which is a new technique. So right now, you and me as a practitioner, I'm telling you, don't worry, apply the classical way, apply it, it's fine. And get whatever left over, get the residuals. And then estimate it using any non-parametric technique. The kernel base, the penalized spline, the ridge, whatever. And then combine them using our technique, which is a semi-parametric. At this point, it's guaranteed. Number one, you are reducing the errors. Number two, you are reducing the false alarm rate.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now we see the picture from both sides. For example, if I wrote here this numbers, it might be some of you will see it as 6, right? But I see it from my side here, it is 9, not 6.
Okay.
So based on this, we are estimating what we can see, and then we are estimating the other side of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
get it. So
yes.
I think it's kind of thrilling because we had another talk recently, and it was also kind of the same thing where you can get so much, with your data set, you can get more out of it. And
Yes.
really, I think one of our biggest issues is like getting that mindset into like, what's the best way to do this. So I very much appreciate the non-parametric approach, because I think a lot of times we do force a parametric approach. We're going to pick a curve that we're going to fit against, and then
Yes.
it doesn't fit that well, but it does
Yes.
generate a model. So
Yes.
so I really appreciate this. This is really great.
Thank you. And again,
Yeah.
as you mentioned at the beginning, a couple of years ago, we don't have this computational resources. We are using everything on paper. So this is the strength of non-parametric. It's the parametric. It's clear we can do it by hand. But nowadays we have a computational resources, a huge, right?
Yeah.
So whatever we cannot do it before, whatever we cannot take advantage from it, from the data before, nowadays we can. We have the computational resources. Right now, the agent AI can do all of the job while we are sleeping. So this is the beauty of the non-parametric. But again, the non-parametric, the issue with it is kind of interpretability. It's not easy to interpret it, right? So the semi-parametric right now, no, it is interpretable in a part and not easy or not interpretable in the other part. So we combined this both knowledge. Okay.
No,
Wow.
that's really awesome.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.
Adele, you gave us an excellent presentation about these techniques. Really, you mentioned powerful tools like T-square, EWMA, QSUM. Those tools combined are very powerful for control charts. And
Thanks.
something that I really like in your presentation is that you give us the statistics and also how we can apply those tools in the real field.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
That's something wonderful, okay? Because you can talk about, high-level statistics, but in some cases, it's not possible to find, the real applications, in the manufacturing environments or business, things like that. But your tools are perfect for application. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Abdel.
No, it's a pleasure. And I hope, again, we will be in touch. This is my contact information. Anytime, it's a pleasure to be in touch and, to collaborate at any point you like.
We'll be in touch. No question about it. Okay, you'll see our messages. I want to buy your books. I need to see your publications, are great.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
We're gonna come back and be in touch with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks so
Well,
much.
congratulations
Thanks
on
so
your very
much.
good work. Congratulations on your
Thanks
good
so
work.
much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. Have a great day and
Yeah.
wish you the wonderful night.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Bye,
thank
guys.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.